There is a formula that I developed several years ago that guides me in my development of the big ideas that I've developed at Group Genie. I call it the master formula for achieving any huge goal. I wrote about it in a self-published book that I wrote several years ago called Sailing Toward the Bed. And this formula is general. You could use it for your own life. You could use it on a community level, a national level, or a global level. I tend to try to use it on ideas that could work globally or sometimes only nationally. There are 5 parts to the master formula for achieving any huge goal. First, you need a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Then you need methods to reach the vision. Then you need enough incentives to get people to use the methods to reach the vision. Along the way, people are going to have doubts. There will be obstacles. They won't believe that your huge vision is attainable. So you have to be able to address the doubts and eliminate them. Sometimes that's done with arguments, a different way of thinking. Sometimes you have to prove it with like a beta test. All right. Another thing that happens, you have to eliminate competing activities. People have other things that they are doing, and you have to make what you're doing more attractive, and you have to keep these competing activities from preventing people from using your methods to reach the vision. All right. To give you some confidence in this formula, let's think of how in the last century a small group of engineers and scientists decided that it was time that America went to the moon. Okay, they developed a clear vision, land people on the moon and bring them back safely. They had to develop methods, all right, and these methods included the Saturn V rocket, the lunar lander, the re-entry vehicle. All right, a lot of experimentation, testing, development had to take place. Before they could fund that, though, they needed to put incentives before Congress, so Congress would fund this, would appropriate the money. And they use incentives like there would be all these technological spin-offs. It would boost our reputation relative to Russia in the Cold War. So they had to develop incentives. The next thing was dealing with doubts and obstacles. One doubt way back was, could people even survive in space? Another one was, could any vehicle withstand the heat of reentry? It turns out that the heat of reentry is 2,000 degrees hotter than the surface of the sun. It's about 12,000 degrees. And they didn't know that was an obstacle they had to overcome. Another thing, again, thinking in terms of putting this before Congress, Congress had competing potential uses for the money. At that time, funding the Vietnam War, there was the war on poverty. There could have been, someone could have said it might have been better to spend money on international aid. But as we know, this group of people overcame every obstacle, and they inspired the United States to put people on the moon and bring them back. So the same formula can be used to guide our thinking in the development of other huge visions, other huge goals. Thank you.